by State Farm as the Washington Wizards visit the Chicago Bulls. A chilly, windy, snowy day in the Windy City. And in the Eastern Conference, any 2 or 3 game winning streak, and you can improve a number of spots. Look at the jumble. Chicago currently tied with Charlotte for the 7th and 8th spot. Washington on the outside looking in right now. 3 games back of the final playoff spot as we head into the home stretch of the NBA regular season. Another sellout crowd here at the United Center as we look at our starting lineups. And for Chicago, starting to get healthy. Gortat at the center with Jared Dudley, Otto Porter, Garrett Temple, and John Wall. Bradley Beal comes off the bench, but you saw those different names for Chicago. It's not Jimmy Butler and Derrick Rose in the backcourt. It's E'Twaun Moore and Tony Snell as we welcome you here to Chicago, along with John Barry, Mike Breen on hand. Yeah, the second meeting of the season between the two. The Wizards have already won here earlier this season, and Washington comes into this game the only team in the NBA with a better road record than home record. It's Steph Curry and the Warriors versus the dynamic duo of the OKC Thunder as we welcome you to NBA Saturday Primetime presented by La Quinta. The team with the best record in the NBA, the best record ever after 57 games. The 52-5 Golden State Warriors facing off against the 41-17 Oklahoma City Thunder. The place absolutely packed as we look at our Taco Bell starting lineups. 229 consecutive sellout watching these Warriors come to town. The usual starting 5 now intact for Steve Kerr. And for the Thunder, their normal starting 5 as well, back with Andre Robertson back from a knee injury and inserted into the opening lineup. And they are on their feet, and there are many fans wearing number 30 for Golden State, despite the allegiance to the hometown team. The usual crowd of Warrior people on the road to cheer on their team in the second meeting of the season between the two. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Lisa Salters with us as well, as we can't wait for this one. They played 3 weeks ago in Oakland, and Golden State won that despite a 40-point game from Kevin Durant.
I already saw the performance of the night. Cameron Payne has handshakes with every guy that are so in-depth. I don't know how he could possibly remember them.
Free agents all over the place here, huh?
Ball deflected out, still Chicago ball. And Fred Hoiberg, hard enough coming in after such a successful stint in college to coach an NBA team with high expectations. Then you throw in all the injuries.
Well, and how about the contrast between Tom Thibodeau and Hoiberg? The way these two guys coach.
There's Jimmy Butler with the sprained knee. Mirotic had the appendectomy.
Derrick Rose.
And the hamstring came in today and said it had been bothering him. He had been playing so well recently. We're going to listen to both coaches in recent huddles.
Seems like this happens every time we play these guys. We've taken that blow, now we got to come back and we got to screen harder and cut harder and pass better. I mean,
guys, we've made some mistakes on defense. We haven't been perfect, but our effort's been perfect. Our efforts, we haven't given up on plays, okay?
Exactly what you guys are talking about.
Stitch and Butler and Noah. And right now it's Tony Snell. That should be off Beal's leg.
Good hands from Brooks to force the 4th turnover.
Tony Snell, 35% from behind the arc. He's gotten a lot of opportunity over the years to solidify maybe being the starting 3 on this team. He's been up and down.
Curry fell hard, did not try to get up, and again, right away, as Mark said, was signaling for his team to foul to stop the clock. A little bit of a limp. Oh, you saw that left ankle turn. And he's walking it off a little bit.
looked like Westbrook landed on a little bit. Actually, he did.
And they tried to take a foul earlier in the possession where they grabbed Steven Adams, Draymond Green, as Curry's going off the floor and into the back.
Now, he'd had trouble with both ankles. It was the right ankle, though, that he had the surgery on. Still walking gingerly, but walking a little better. It looked how far it turned over there. So Curry will be checked out back in the locker room. And good to see Steph Curry okay. Ready to check back in. Halftime, the Toyota halftime report. Doris Burke, Jalen Rose, Chauncey Billups, Warriors in Miami as they continue to chase 72. That 95-96 Bulls team, 72-10. Also, Golden State has yet to lose 2 in a row. No team ever in the history of the NBA went a whole season without losing 2 straight.
I remember that.
Dunleavy, Porter guarding Tony Snell. Dudley went for the steal. Gibson gets inside, draws the foul and one. Couple of gambles results in a Chicago three-point play possibility.
Well, a couple possessions that they've gone right down to Gibson. This time the mismatch with Dudley on him. You go for that steal. If you don't get it, you're in trouble, and Gibson makes him pay with the three-point opportunity.
And Durant is fouled out. 6th personal foul for Kevin Durant, and he's fouled out with 4:13 remaining in overtime. First time he's fouled out this season.
Finds himself on Steph Curry, turns the corner, certainly contact as he drives, pushing in the back.
And I always think about this. Why do we not give people an extra foul when we go into overtime? Who wants to see Durant out?
We talk about Russell Westbrook, but you take for granted how great of a player he is. He came into this league not having played the point guard position. And you look at his numbers, not only scoring, but facilitating, making plays. He is a phenomenal basketball player and having a tremendous season.
Now 2nd in the NBA in assists. He's 1st in steals, 7th in scoring, 2nd in triple doubles with 8. Another, as we said, if it wasn't for Curry, he'd be one of the leading candidates for MVP. And Mark, you've watched him. His balance now between scoring and finding his teammates, the improvement there has been extraordinary.
It's learning the point guard position. He came into this league as a, unbelievable athlete and a playmaker. He's understood how to play the point guard position.
The Wizards won the first meeting between the two. They only play each other 3 times this year. And you look right now, Chicago now in 7th with Charlotte losing tonight, and Washington in 10th. But again, they're healthy now and starting to play well. As Holiday knocks it down. There's the new addition. They acquired him in a 3-team trade that saw Kirk Heinrich get traded. Justin Holiday, Drew Holiday's brother, getting an opportunity. Phoenix not in exactly great position to bargain. They wanted to get rid of him.
Well, they got a 1st-round pick. Protected through the top 9, I believe, right? Yeah, 9. That's a fabulous job. Chris Humphries is a guy that I've liked for a long time, Mike. Can fit into a rotation.
And he was hurt this year for him. But for Morris is a really good, tough player who is having a rough season. Subpar play with all the disruptions. Threw the towel at Jeff Hornacek. Choked his teammate. Demanded a trade when they traded his brother. So it was a problem, and it affected his play. He was so good last year, but all that extra drama really affected his play and really affected the Suns' season.
Borderline all-star last year, right? I mean, he was in the discussion of being one of the guys that was snubbed. And the talent is there. There's no question about the talent. He's got to be mentally focused, and when he is, I mean, I really believe he could be a great piece for this Washington team.
Just has a knack to get to the line. Hits the first. Our upcoming NBA national TV schedule. TNT tomorrow night. The Thunder and the Pelicans. Houston playing at Red Hot Portland. Saturday on ABC. What a game that is. Oklahoma City hosting Golden State. And then Sunday on NBA TV, Minnesota at Dallas. And there's Sessions #1 in free throws made and attempted off the bench. Derek Williams of the Knicks 2nd, and Mario Chalmers now with Memphis. Guys that get to the free throw line. Sessions has always been like that. And a missed free throw, a rare missed free throw from Curry. What a week he's had. 36 in Atlanta, 42 including a couple of clutch threes to help them win the game in Miami. And then his 3rd 50-point game of the season in Orlando. Throw in on Tuesday, he got to play 36 holes at Augusta National, which he said perhaps was the highlight of the week. It has been quite a week for the reigning MVP. By the way, Wall is playing in his 56th game this season. And you see the numbers after the slow start. He has played in every single game, despite having a number of different injuries. The latest is the bruised right knee. But as Randy Whitman was telling us, he said, plain and simple, this kid just loves to play. He doesn't want to sit out. And he laughs when he hears people sat because of tendonitis.
But everybody has that, right?
Yeah. He does not believe in that rest game. And then Dunleavy to stop the fast break commits the foul. We'll have our first timeout. Wizards have run off 7 in a row, just past the midway point here in the first. And Morris will go to the line. But some of the young guns helping out here. Holiday with a beautiful setup. Felicio throws it down. Just over 3 minutes gone by in the second. It's all tied up. Nene called for the personal foul. Wizards not in the penalty yet. 5-point game. Bulls up, and they'll have the ball when we come back. Durant for 3. Bang!
Kevin Durant continuing to be spectacular all night long. Just a little bit of help, giving him air space. There's a price to pay. KD, mama, there goes that man.
But it's just 21 years old, oldest of 4 boys from Little Rock, Arkansas. Really made a nice name for himself in his rookie year. As to who he points to, and one of the main reasons he's here, it's his mom, Tina.
I feel like I got my hard working ability from her. I always said that because she gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off there. And, you know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also, just because how hard she worked for me.
And one of the first things he did when he got his NBA paycheck, he bought his mom a car. His 3 younger brothers back in Little Rock, all so proud of him. The family, the whole community, so proud of him.
What a great kid. It's fun to get to know him today.
Yeah, very engaging. Welcome back to NBA Saturday Prime Time, presented by La Quinta. A 14-point lead has been sliced to 1 as Stephen Curry has 9 of the last 11 points for the Golden State Warriors and is now 4 of 5 from downtown.
Back to Oklahoma City, where the Warriors trailed the Thunder 58-52. It was a very emotional Golden State locker room at halftime. One player went on a profanity-laced tirade. It was so loud that everyone out in the hallway could hear it. The player was saying, "I'm not a robot, you have me messed up right now." I believe the player was Draymond Green, but this was the Warriors team right before the start of the second half. Draymond Green huddling his team up.
Welcome back to NBA Saturday Prime Time, presented by La Quinta. Almost midway through the fourth, a 9-point OKC lead.
Kevin Durant is an absolute offensive machine. Shooting it from deep off the catch. Coming off the dribble into the pull-up 3. Gets away with a little carry, but the crossover into the 3. And then the Dirk 1-foot step back. I mean, this guy has it all, and it put it on display against a great defensive team in the Golden State Warriors.
You know, we came in a couple of years ago when I was coaching the Warriors, and KD gave us 54. Threw everybody at him and was trapping as soon as he crossed half court. He's that great offensively.
Assist brought to you by State Farm. JB.
Well, Pau Gasol, one of the great passing bigs this league has ever seen. Always surveying the floor. Great cross-court look early in that first quarter to Justin Holiday for the 3, and then Aaron Brooks with a nice cut to the rim. Perfect on-time, on-target pass, and then a great cut here by Mike Dunleavy. The curl right in the shooting pocket for the easy layup. Pau Gasol just 2 assists shy of a triple-double with the flu.
Welcome back to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. The second game of my doubleheader. Tim Duncan enjoying his pregame routine. He'll play the Kings in Sacramento. Tonight here in Oklahoma City, the NBA at its very best. Some of the premier players, the most dynamic, compelling players in the game against the two highest scoring teams in the league. And OKC now up by 4 with 14.5 remaining. Each team with 1 timeout left, neither team with a foul to give. Tonight's coach's interview brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors. Steve Kerr moments ago with Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Mike. Steve, they came at you fast in that first quarter. I heard you tell your guys that they weren't playing like themselves. What was breaking down?
A couple quick shots, some bad decisions, and we weren't getting back in transition. You can't make mistakes against these guys. They'll run it right down your throat.
I also heard you tell them that they've got to bring the fight. What didn't you like about the effort really that you saw?
I didn't like the effort. You said it. We didn't play with the fire that you have to play with against this team in this building.
All right, thank you for your time. Mike?
All right, Lisa. But the first quarter belongs to the Thunder. Kevin Durant out of the gate strong. He's got 10 points. Russell Westbrook 5 assists. And OKC takes the first period. Wall races up the floor, kicks it out to Sessions. Good open look. That's a three-pointer. Third three-pointer for the Wizards. 1.4 remaining. Brooks heaves it and comes up short.
What a play by Wall. John Wall with the quicks to open up the three here. Knocks down the J. And Pau Gasol leading the way. Great passing for the Chicago Bulls.
Brooks the drive, the floater, misses. Portis at the buzzer. They count it. They'll review it. Portis, to us, clearly looked like he got it off in time.
Well, the offensive rebound's a concern for Randy Whitman coming in. And Portis does a nice job here, gets good position, and clearly gets it off in time. It'll count. And the Bulls will get themselves a 10-point lead as we head to the fourth. Again, Portis, the rook, getting it done for the Bulls without Jimmy Butler, without Derrick Rose.
And the first half comes to an end. A thrilling couple of quarters as Green and Durant have some words as they head to the locker room. Steph Curry had 15, but it was Kevin Durant's 21. And Russell Westbrook 14 points and 7 assists as the Thunder with an 11-point lead, led really by their defense in many ways. Thunder 57, Warriors 46. Stay tuned for the H&R Block halftime report coming up after these messages.
NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC, presented by La Quinta. Brought to you by the dramatically transformed 2016 Mitsubishi Outlander and Verizon. Join a better network because better matters.
And the first half comes to an end. Brooks, who's been struggling shooting, 4 of 8 from the field, 9 points, but that was the key man for the Bulls. Taj Gibson, most he's ever had in a half, 17 points. And Chicago leads by 2. Coming up after the break, the Toyota halftime report. Doris, Jalen, and Chauncey.
The NBA on ESPN, presented all season long by State Farm, is brought to you by Firestone Complete Auto Care, celebrating 90 years of keeping cars running newer longer. And DirecTV. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Durant puts it up. Overtime. We get 5 more minutes of this. What a comeback from Golden State. Down 12 here in the fourth quarter. Andre Iguodala hits 2 clutch free throws. And we'll have an extra session.
This is good defense by Draymond Green. The contest, makeable shot. You got to live with it.
This presentation of NBA Saturday Primetime continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. And now have sole possession of 7th in the Eastern Conference. So the final score here from the United Center, the Bulls 109 and the Wizards 104. For John Barry, our producer Ed Fibershaw, our director Jimmy Moore, and our outstanding ESPN crew, Mike Breen saying thanks so much for watching. We've got another game coming up. It's going to be the Spurs and Kings from Sacramento, Mark Jones and Mark Jackson, all coming up ahead. Good night from Chicago. We'll head to the studio in Dorisburg after the break. And Golden State historic run continues with a signature win here in OKC. Stephen Curry, breathtaking once again, ties an NBA record with 12 threes, 46 points, and the Warriors are 53-5. What a game from both teams. One of the most compelling regular season games you will ever see. Well, when the final buzzer sounds in overtime, they get yet another victory and finish this road trip 5-1 after the All-Star break, 6-1 overall. Tonight, ESPN brings you SportsCenter at Night with Steve Levy and Nicole Briscoe. They'll have full coverage from the NBA. And of course, this game, plus college basketball and the NFL Combine. SportsCenter at Night, currently airing on ESPN. One of the most incredible regular seasons by an individual and a team continued here tonight in Oklahoma City as the Warriors win in overtime. So for Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, Lisa Salters, our producer Tim Corrigan, director Jimmy Moore, and our wonderful ABC ESPN crew, Mike Breen saying thanks so much for watching here on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.